Yeah. Hello, guys. Um, I think Venu and Naresh are new to this. Like yesterday, we had a session with Preeti and Akshar. We have gone through the ribbon pen and the data pane, everything that we have in our desktop, Power BI desktop, the overview, which option is used for what purpose and everything. No worries, I'll just go again just as an introduction today. Before that, I want someone of you to share your screen and install the Power BI. I'll guide you how to install the Power BI first. Any one
Uh,
of you four.
Actually, I've already installed from my end.
Okay.
So
What
I
about
don't have
Venu and Naresh? Akshar.
When I have installed the Power BI,
Yeah,
yesterday I
good.
installed.
Yeah, good to hear. What about Venu and Naresh? Hello.
Ma'am, I have already installed in my desktop, ma'am, Power BI.
Oh, that's great then. I guess we all have, except I need response from Venu. If he's also have installed, then we can move forward to our class. Okay, I take it as a yes from Venu as well because he is not responding. If you had any doubts, Venu, regarding the installation, you can reach out in today's session or tomorrow's. I'll guide you how to install that. Now let us start our session for today. I'm sharing my screen. Is my screen visible, guys?
not yet for me. Yeah, it's now visible.
Yeah. Yeah. For Venu and Naresh, this is our Power BI desktop. This is how it looks. Preeti and Akshar, I'll just go just a bit review kind revive what we have discussed yesterday. We have gone through the options that we have in our ribbon pane and the what options we have in our left of the desktop and right of the desktop. First, I'll start from the left side of the desktop. It's a report view where we see our visuals here. This is a table view. We see our data table here, and this is a model view. We see our relationships, how we connect relationship between the one table to other table here. And when it comes to the right side, we have data view, visualizations, and filters. Okay, today these are all are the options that we have. Today we'll work with sample data so that you'll understand better than the theory one like yesterday. I think Sanjana, you have a doubt, right? Like yesterday, you need us to work with the practical data, right? Today we'll work. First, to work with data, what we have to use, we need to get our data from a data source. Now my data source is an Excel. So I just go over get data. From there, I'll just select the option called Excel workbook. So it will directly guide me to the my file manager. So there I'll find which data I wanted to connect to my Power BI desktop. So I wanted this practice data to work on. So I just click that, I'll open it. Then it will directly it will connect with our Power BI now. And also, Venu and Naresh, let me know if uh, my voice is okay or my kind of do you need me to slow down a bit or it's okay to understand.
No, ma'am, it's
No,
okay.
ma'am, the voice is clear.
No, I'm not talking about the voice. I'm just asking do you want me to slow down a bit or make it the same way I'm doing right now?
No,
No, no,
ma'am, it's
ma'am. The
okay.
same way you're doing, ma'am. It's very
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah. Thank you. Now we have our practice data here. So we are just selecting the data and there are three options in down. You see, right? Load, transform data and cancel. Okay. We can transform our data. I'll show you the transform our data in our Power Query view. And let me clear this for this newcomers today. We have a backend for our Power BI desktop that is called Power Query Editor. We'll do this transform data operations in Power Query Editor. I'll show you in our further, if we move further, I'll show you all those. For now, I'm just loading the data. Okay, what we have done, we just go to the get data, we just selected the source that we wanted to connect, we just select the Excel and we just load our data. Yeah. Now you see, no, here in data pane, we have our table here. You see, right? These are all the sheets that we have in our Excel file. So what we do now, this is the report view, no? And this is called table view. Once you select the table in data, yeah, it's working a bit slow. We'll have the table in our table view. Give me a second, guys. It's working a bit slow. My PA app. Mm. You can see, right? This is the table view. You can see our table here, the data which we pulled from our Excel. We can see the data here in table view. Now we will go to report view. Mm. Give me a moment, it's not working. Desktop is got stuck. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. This is our table view where we will have the data as a table format, like how we have pulled the data. And this is the canvas, center canvas. What you are seeing is the report view. This is the place where we create our reports, where we build our dashboard as a report. For now, what I'm saying will, we'll go with one by one charts. Then we'll look after remaining ones. Firstly, I'm just taking a stack bar chart as it is the first chart. Now in this chart, okay, let us see first of all the data what we have taken. We have taken a data which contains the name of the salesperson and country of the salesperson, product of that particular salesperson, on what date they have like what should I say, they have sold that product, and how much amount they gained, and how many boxes they have shipped. Have a salesperson details by their country, by the product they sell, which date they have sold, how much money they make it out of it, and how many boxes they have shipped. uh, okay, you understand, right, what data we are having? So let's create a stack bar chart to just see how many salespersons have sold how many boxes. So for that, what we use is we just drag particular column and we place it in a x-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, all as all you know. So now I wanted to see how which salesperson were sold how many boxes. So I just take it as an x-axis. So what it will show, so you see, right, there is some data that we can have by watching like this, seeing like this and seeing like this makes a difference, right? So this is the data that we got. Like salesperson Sahaj Janalgada has uh, sold the boxes of 9,658. Okay. And this is like from top to large to less, like who has sold more boxes and who has sold the less boxes. So in this you can also, there are options. Here we have three options when you go over the visual. This is a called filter option, filter or slicer. When you select a filter option, it will show what are the filters that apply to particular visual. If there is no filters we apply, then it will directly show there aren't any filters applied right now. Second option is like a focus mode. When you click on the focus mode, it becomes in a focus, like it becomes a big it becomes in the whole canvas. It will increase its size. And third option is like a more options, and this is all about you can export this particular visual to your own laptop, like your desktop. It's a export data. This is like you wanted to see it as a table, then you can view it as a table also. And this option is like where you wanted to view. And next thing is like yeah, next thing is like you just go back. And also we like remove in the sense you just remove and this visual will be disappear from our canvas. And a spotlight, and also sort x-axis. Sorting x-axis means how you wanted to sort, by some of the boxes, or if I wanted to sort by salesperson, we will be getting it like done by salesperson. Here also you can choose descending order or ascending order. If I choose ascending order, it will be getting like alphabetical order. You understood, right, what I have said till now?
Yes, ma'am.
If any doubts, we can clear it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Now this is what a visual looks like. Now we will do some formatting for this visual. So where do we do format? This is the data pane, right? This is the visualization pane. Here we have all the visuals. We will have formatting in build visualization. This is like format your visual. Now we are going to format our visual. Look. Okay, then this is the y-axis. Now we will see one by one. Yeah. In x-axis, we all have something like values. If you are of this, you won't see the particular person names there. Okay, you can turn on or turn off. And title. We didn't choose any title. If you wanted to choose some title, you can write your title here, like sales people. For right here, it is less like title that we are showing, or else This is like what we wanted to see in our y-axis. You see, right? In y-axis, sales people I have kept. Sales people uh, by boxes. You see here on our y-axis, the name is getting changed. The title of y-axis is getting changed. So like that, we can change our title in our y-axis, and we can also see the layout, the height, everything we can set here. And when it comes to x-axis also, it's the same thing that we already see in our y-axis. It's just like how you minimum and maximum of range, like 0 to 8 we have. No, we can set our minimum and maximum ranges here. And coming to values, it's the same. And layout, title also we can choose here. And next, coming to grid lines. Grid lines in the sense, the vertical lines, we are seeing the blue lines, right? Here, grid lines in the sense, there are some lines that is transparent. If you wanted to see that lines, see, there is a line right in vertically. When we change, I'll change to some other color. See, the grid lines in the our graph is changing. So this is how we can change, we can design our dashboard. We can set everything here, like how we wanted to see our visual, how we want to see our dashboard. And when it comes to bar, we have blue color bars. No, we don't like the color, so that we can change it to any other color, that which makes it more mm, good to view. We have orange. It looks better than blue, right? That's how we can do. There are many color options in our this supports in visualization. And also we can make a border of our bar charts, how it wanted to. You see the change, right? In visual, you just focus on the visual, then every change I have done here will replicate there. If you turn off the bar charts, there are no black lines in bars. So when we turn on, there are bar lines. That's how layout in it. Now, like that. If you turn on ribbons, there is something different in our visual now. That is something, it's like a shadow kind of ribbons in the sense. Now, the last option is data labels. You wanted to see the data labels in the sense, uh, they were at how many boxes you have delivered. The data label will be appear there. If I turn on the box, the count will be appear in our visual, so that it is also easy to understand. So here what have we it is cumulating. It's giving the cumulated number. In field paints, we have like how we wanted to see. If you select none, it will show the exact count. If you select thousands, it will figure out round figure the thousands. If you, millions, it round figures the millions. So for now, we'll give none so that we get the exact count for particular person. Okay, this is how layout details, everything will be there. This is how we can, this is a plot area background, how we wanted to choose up. If you wanted to keep some other, like you wanted to add a image in background, you can just browse some image and you can just add it here. These are the visual level formatting. When it comes to general level, we do have few of the options here, like properties. We are just setting out on which area height, how much height should our visual look like. Now we have 494 of height, so we just change it to 545. 44. It increased its size. We can just we can, other than this, we can just go hover on our visual, just drag it or pull it up down. You can change there as well. It's just a showing to maintain every visual in the same size. We can follow, we can use these properties. This is all about positions, where horizontal lines and verticals are. And this is something like this is same as positioning. These are advanced options. like layer order or responsive. Here we have something like title. So here what we do, we can just have a title of our visual sales result. Okay, you see, right, it got changed. And also I need it in a big, I'm increasing the size of the our title. And you can change alignment, you can set on which like me center align or right or left you can set. And you can also set the color of the theme here. These are like subtitles. You can you can also do what all the actions that we have here. We are coming to effects, background. Background means white background, right? If you wanted to change the background, you can change like that. For now, I'm making it as a white only. And about visual border. Visual border is all about adding a border to our existing visual. See, now a border is added. Even though don't select particular visual, there is a box around our visual. Shadow in the sense is just a shadow. What we all see in general, we are adding just a shadow to our border to make it a bit looking better. Headers. Tooltip in the sense we are adding tooltip because tooltip is nothing but when you hover on something, it will show the particular data, right? If you on this, you when we don't add a data label and you hover on our particular person, then see, look, it's showing, right? Dev is 7522. This is the tooltip we call. If we off it and we hover on something, it will not show the particular data here. And you on it and you go over it, it will show. See, salesperson, it's showing it. That is what tooltip is used for. These are all the options like text that we wanted to um, like when the visually selecting, we can also add few text to the viewer, like when some particular person, based on when we open something, then in a dialog box it will be opening the alternate text. This is about the formatting of a particular visual. You see, right, like now what you have seen, in a better manner you see how many boxes delivered by each person of each of the salesperson. It is better to view, right, other than in a table view. It's making you easy to uh, just count by just viewing. We couldn't get the exact number in Excel. This is what Power BI does to it helps the end user to make a decision quick and correct. And what about the next chart? We are taking the next chart. This is like a stacked column chart. And here what we do is will go by country and the product. We'll go by the boxes. Okay. We'll go by country and the number of boxes shipped. This is what you are seeing, like country wise, like Australia, how many boxes it, like in Australia, how many boxes the salespeople delivered. It is like 32, around 33,000. Like you can view like how many, it is like a country wise data, country wise how many boxes. We can do all the actions for this as well. And next comes and also we can create so many like this. Now let's take a line chart. Basically line chart is used for trend analysis, like a year wise or day wise or month wise, like that trend analysis you can watch. Now what we see is we'll check a date wise data. Okay, date wise we will count the amount that has generated. So what happened here? It automatically give a year, quarter, month, day. When a date column is present in Power BI, then it is defined as data type as a date. Then it automatically give the hierarchy of the date. If you don't want, you can just remove. You just want a year, you can keep year like that. Okay. See, um, I'll just make it in a focus mode. Then it will be better to understand. So you see this, right? So here, this is very confusing for us to understand. Firstly, it is giving us day wise or like month day wise in February 2022. But it is very difficult to understand what we are going through. So what we do when we had a hierarchy in our visual, like in x-axis, then we can go to a, it is called drill. It is a level by level layering of a visual. Now when you select something, see, now what it's given like year wise. We are drilling down. We are drilling down. It's like quarter wise: January, March, May, July. Quarter wise. Okay, it's year wise. Now again we will drill down. This is like quarter wise. This is like all months. Now you have, right, this the line charts mainly used for trend analysis only, to know the trend, how it got changed from a year to year or day to date or month to month. Here what we do, in January it's good, it's in a high position like 89,000, 8,96,000 around boxes amount is generated. But in February, there is a very downfall. So if the end user wants to know what's the reason for the downfall, so he can easily know from our Power BI. Like how I'll explain. When you go to when you go to yeah, when you go to February and it makes some point, right? Then you right click there. Then we have few options like analyze. So analyze the decrease. It's like an AI version of Power BI. It immediately analyzes what was the reason behind it. See, right? In February, there is a slight downfall because of this after nines 99% dark and pure bakers choco chips had a large decrease in February. These all products has decreased, so that it has a major downfall in February. So you have seen it. It is by January how it is there and February how it is. If you get bit down, there are uh, how it got decreased by amount, by this is by salesperson wise, this is by country wise, this is by product wise, the first visual. So if you want to add this particular visual to your Power BI, you can add directly from here. So you just hover on the add button here, like plus button. So you just click it, so it will be getting added to our report. so that if person who had doubt on this February month, it will directly just see this and they'll understand why there is a huge loss. See, look, in January we have around 90 million and 9 million, and coming to February, there are so many decreases in 8% dark bars, bakers, dark and pure. After nines, there are decrease. There are like negative. There are no revenue generated by those products. So that is why February is having a low fall, like it fall, the decrease in the amount fall. Okay. This is how it works. Yeah. Now we'll be coming to our next chart, like what we any chart randomly we'll check any of the chart. Okay, let's create a new page so that it will not make you clumsy the data. This is a pie chart. What you can see about pie chart is um, in pie chart we can see like if a column has a different products and how many products has taken a place more place in our the details. Like if you go over a products, there are so many. If you go over a country, in this country, how many products are there? Look, in Australia, there are 205 products. In India, there are 184. In USA, it is 190, 179. Like this, we have for UK, Canada, New Zealand. It is a pie chart that we can use only for when we wanted to check only, not like a trend analysis or year by data or something like that. We can check. We can use this pie chart. And next to this donut chart, it is similar to pie chart, but we have an extra portion in the middle of the chart, so that also we can use there. So next we are coming to the first report. I'll make some place here and will check slice data. Mm. Now we'll go to slicer, okay? We just dragged a slicer to our canvas. Now we'll use any of this as an slicer. Before that, I just wanted to say, uh, and if you hover over any country like Australia or Canada, every visual is dependent on other visual in a page. If you change something in one visual, if you click it something in one visual, it will reflecting remaining all other visuals in Power BI. And there is a option to make a visual independent that we will be going to learn in our further sessions. For now, just I want to say how it changes. Now we wanted to see Canada data. So when you click on Canada in one visual, it reflects all the data in other visuals. In Canada, Devrath has only 1333. Okay. Duran has 1227. Like that. In amount, making of amount also varies by Canada. In Canada, in January, it is 14 lakhs 3000 something. In February it is 13 lakhs 4000 something. In March also something. It now the page we are seeing is showing all of only Canada data. It also applicable or when you click something like Gopal Venkat, it's showing only Gopal data. How much he made in Australia, how much he made in Canada, like how much he made in January month, how much he made in May month, how he is increased in June, everything. This is also showing us the Gopal data, which how many boxes he has shipped to which country and how much money he had made out of it. Okay, I think that's clear so far. So let me go to the slicer now. Slicer is a visual. A filter and slicer are similar, but let's see slicer first. This is a visual that we had in our Power BI. So slicer is not all about a filtering out something, filtering out a thing that we want from our report to filter. So what we do in filter, you add some of the data here. What you wanted to filter, you want to filter by country. So we have all the countries present in filter here. Okay, now when you hover on Australia, the same thing that what happened when we click something that is different and this is different if you check properly. When you click Australia, it showed only Australia data. There is no other data, there is no shadowing data, there is no level 2 of data. And difference between slicer and when we are hovering on a report is different. See, now I'm selecting India, but there is something, there is all data, but that is inactive. Other than this, slicer is the better option, I would say, to see the exact data, no shadows, no filters, nothing else. Okay, in slicer also we have something like format. Guys, give me a minute, I'll charge my laptop. Yeah. Are you guys clear till now? Hello?
Yes,
So,
yes, Thomas.
there is a confusion between this one. Can you explain once again, please? Like initially, you have mentioned clicking on the one, it
Slicer
gets like
and selecting something in the visual, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Preeti. Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
leave about this slicer now. You just focus on these four charts, okay? Just ignore the slicer chart. See,
Okay.
now I'm going to the sum of boxes shipped by country chart. That is the second chart here. I just wanted to see only USA data. I just clicked on USA data. You see the charts, right? In Devrath, it is 795, and there is remaining data also that he had made, but it is in inactive state. You see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is here also you have USA
Mhm.
data, but also you
Mhm.
have remaining countries as well. It's not only
Correct.
showing the USA, it's showing
Mhm.
remaining as well, but in an inactive state. When you're
Yeah.
seeing this, it is good, but it's not to make it more perfect and more visually clear and good looking.
Mhm.
What we do in Slicer, it is different. USA have selected, you have checked, right? Now I'll select USA in a Slicer.
Mhm.
See the change. You'll see the
Okay, you mean
USA
it's like
alone.
a highlighting that point,
Yeah,
right? Got
it's alone. So it will be
Mhm.
more easy to focus on USA. Before what
Correct.
happened?
Mhm.
Our eyes, everything goes over everything in the report. So it takes some time to understand, or it's better, right? When comparatively, that is what Slicer does. And when you have a doubt, you can directly, I can just stop me and you can ask, okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Now we will go through slicer ones, the slicer details. It's a visual level. We are just having the um, vertical list, or this is a vertical list. Now what we have is a vertical list in a country. Now if you want it in a tile view, you can also select in a style. Now you select Australia, you get the Australia data. To make it is just to make our page report better. And if you want something like drop down, yeah, that's also possible. You don't want to see everything to make it like a space. When you have large data and you wanted to make a report, everything that comes in single page, you can use this kind of formatting. I'll make it for now. I'll make it as a vertical list. And also selection in the sense, now when you select something, when you select other country, now you're not getting the Australia data, but suppose you need two or three or four countries data in same time, then what you do is you just if when you select single select, it will only select single. Okay, in this when you turn off this and you wanted to select multiple, then what you do, just click control click control click, so that you will get all the countries data together. Okay, this is like slicer header means same that what we have gone through are in our bar charts. And values, the font size, color, borders, everything we can add here. This is also same thing that we have seen, properties, title, effects, everything the same. Okay. Yeah. Now what happened? Now we will discuss difference between our slicer and a filter. Slicer is something that it's a had a physical, like a form that physically we can see. Filter is something works in a background. This is the filter pane. Okay. Now, what about filter is, we have all countries data here, right? Now I don't want to see New Zealand data anywhere in my report. Now what should I do? Then what will I do? I'll take help of the filter, so I will filter it out and I'll make it disappear from our report. Now see, country, I'm gonna add filter on this page and I'm gonna select everything except New Zealand. Okay, now see the difference. You see the difference, right? Now look, you see New Zealand in our report. Now once I unselect this, New Zealand is gone and we don't find anywhere in our report. And this is something that we couldn't, we do it in a background kind of, we don't see in our report like slicer. In slicer we see, but in filter we can directly remove something that we don't want. We can filter out something we don't want. This is called page level filter. And this is, okay, it again go on. Yeah. Okay. Now, now we will check something like a visual level filter. Now we are taking the second chart and we'll add something here. Now I don't want salesperson, particular salesperson. Not here. Yeah. In first visual, what we will see, we will add a salesperson again and we'll select everyone except Devrath. Okay. Now Devrath is nowhere here. Now we are excluding him from our data. This is like a visual level filter. And this what I have done a page level filter. When you click on anywhere in a page, then it will direct you to the page level filter. And also you can add something like country in our page filter in every country. Now again I'm just making New Zealand in every page, so that here we don't see New Zealand here. It applies to every page that we create in our canvas, like in Power BI desktop. Okay. mm, yeah, look, in data, in data view we have something like data, right? Here it the date table is directly taking a data type as a date, so that we can change also. You can just make it as a date or date and time. See, it is not time, no, that's why we don't change it, it automatically take it as a date. And also this format you can change by formatting here. Now we have like date, month, year, right? Now you can change this format. You can change it to something like this. See, that format has got changed here. The format has got changed here. Like that you can change, and we can and also we can do some few operations in Power Query Editor. We'll do it tomorrow on the Power Query side because we focus mainly on the front view today. And next comes to this. Here we have when you click on something, when you click on the three dots, more options in our data view, we have so many options here. Also, we can rename something that we can here. We can just rename. We can when there is a data. Like a new measure is all about creating new measure like a DAX function. I'll discuss this once we go through the DAX functions. We can create a new column. Look, I'll just create a new column here. See, this is how dialog box opens. In new column, you can create a new column uh, using a tax function. What new column you wanted to create. We'll create everything. We'll create measure. We'll create column. We'll create everything. And you can rename or you can delete this particular table from our model. Or you can hide this. And also we can view what are hidden. Okay, now what happened, there are two pages in our report, right? Now I wanted to make one report to hide, so I'm hiding this report. What it make difference is when you publish it to our service like Power BI service, then this page 2 will not be visible to the people, but you'll publish the whole report, but this is hidden there. Okay, now I'm gonna unhide this, and you can rename our pages just by clicking this, and something like you can duplicate also the same page. You can also move the page to anywhere that you want, like left, right, or anything that we have. We can delete as well. And when it comes to our date column, we have like now. Uh, mm, yeah. Now we'll go to a table visual. Well, let's see a table visual. This. In page 2, we'll find a table visual. Table visual is not all about just a sheet kind of how you see the data in data view. That is how the same the data will be visual there. You just add the boxes. It just shows how the same view like a table. There is no much difference here. Like we just want how we want it will show. Then what is the difference is you can select a salesperson and amount of the salesperson. How much amount the salesperson make from out of how many boxes got shipped. You can see this also there. Like Devrat has gained 27 lakhs around 28, and how many boxes he shipped. And also you can create which country. But what happened when you select country? A single person ships to different countries, like all the countries. So it will be repeating. This is all. This is how we can simple. It's a simple visual. The table visual means we'll directly get the data here, so that it will be useful. Like to take what happened in our salespersons, how is their performance. You can judge something out of it, like how they got performed, how much amount they made out of it, how many boxes they shipped. It's all comes under in a table visual. This is something called no. Yeah, this is something called map visual. What we see here, this is like when you wanted to see something globally, when we have something called like country-wise data, we see in a map visual. and you wanted to change this, like, okay, let me just remove amount, and this is a table visual, right? Now select this visual and hover on any of the chart, like let's click clustered column chart. So it changes the chart there. It the same data, but the view is different. It will change to any of the chart, any chart. This one line gives us the salesperson and how many boxes they shipped. Any chart, you can just turn it out any kind of chart. You have this, right? You can change it to donut chart. In donut, what we have? Details means it's confusing because boxes shipped is number of counts, right? It will make bit confusion. This is when we have a particular like a dimension thing that never changes frequently, we can add that in our the area we have in our donut chart. This is all about we will discuss the remaining charts as well, but today for our data these are the charts that we used out of. We'll go through the metrics, um sorry, the funnel charts, scatter charts, everything we'll go through in our further classes. And this is all about the front view, just how we get data, how we make it visualize to a person. Tomorrow we'll discuss on Power Query Editor, the backend of the BI desktop, where we perform actions and clean the data. Actions in the sense cleaning the data, making data appropriate and more useful, taking a raw data and making it as in a beautiful insights as well from there. I hope everyone is okay with our today's class. If any concerns or doubts, you can just raise now. We'll discuss and we'll wrap up the session for today.
Yeah, I have a query. As you mentioned, all the reports like a visualization. So I just want to know, like, what would be the easiest or the mainly used report over here in a
That is
Dex?
based on the data you have taken.
Got it. Okay.
Based on if that's what I said. For
Hmm.
analyzing a month wise or year wise, trend data like line data, when you're analyzing trends by month or something, you're analyzing trends, right? We analyze our trends by days or years. So then line chart would be better for it, better than best fit. Based on the data we take, based on the data we pull in, we choose a better visual for that.
Oh,
That is what comes for a BI developer. He have to select, he have to know how to present a data in a nicer, meaningful, appropriate manner, which uh, visuals he should or they should use. Everyone will create everything, but the major difference comes under how we present our data in a beautiful insights or like a perfect manner. Everyone by going through, like once you like one person started the practice session, he'll understand, oh, this data will be look good under this chart. That is how we
mhm.
select a chart based on our data that we pull.
Mhm. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Other than Preeti, anyone have any doubts?
No, no.
Yeah, thanks, Akshay. Venu and Naresh, am I clear? Are you clear that are you okay with the flow of our session, or any changes that to be done so that?
Uh, yeah, ma'am, it was clear.
Yeah, thank you, Venu.
Yeah, ma'am, you're clear. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Tomorrow we'll go and one of you have Naresh or Venu who hasn't downloaded the app. Hello,
I have downloaded, ma'am.
you have downloaded, huh?
Yes, ma'am, Naresh.
Okay, okay. Venu is set to download, right? Venu, you have to download it as soon, because once you open it and hover everything only, you will understand.
Yeah, ma'am. Tomorrow I will be done.
Yeah, you download it. If any doubts, you can ask in our session. I'll help you. I'll guide you to download. Yeah, that's for today's session. I hope everyone is clear now. We'll back tomorrow, and the session timings would be different tomorrow. Um Host will get back to you on the timings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sanjana. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.